With Parliament having endorsed the President's memorandum on the finance bill, this now means that as part of the other taxation measures, salaried employees part with 1.5% of their basic monthly pay to support the President's plan to provide affordable housing. This mandatory contribution will be channeled to the National Housing Development Fund. Employers have already criticized this plan, terming it faulty. But how exactly is this plan supposed to work? NTV's Myendo delves into the debate.
The government will now raid the pockets of those in formal employment with a 1.5% mandatory contribution of the monthly paycheck. These funds will be channeled to the National Housing Development Fund, which according to government will help realize its ambitious plan to provide affordable housing.
So if you build 1 million houses, because that is our internal target, I know we don't talk about 500,000 in public to be the public target, but we do have a target of 1 million houses because the deficit is already 2 million houses.
It is the government's agenda to coerce private developers into building low-cost houses to meet the demand for low-income earners.
We want to target the youth who are coming from university, who cannot afford. So we shall be guaranteeing the developers, saying you build 50,000, but because we have the fund which has been funded by all Kenyan taxpayers.
A collective saving initiative has been employed in the housing tax that all Kenyans will have to contribute for themselves and their next of kin. This means an employee earning 150,000 Kenya shillings per month will have to part with 2,250 shillings, while those earning more than 330,000 shillings will pay a maximum of 5,000 Kenya shillings.
We can even enter into what is called multi-generational mortgages. So you, as a father, you can start paying for it. And because I want to make sure that I'm sensitive to your pocket, I can look at a 10-year longer than what your useful economic life is going to be. And your son or daughter can take over and pay.
This plan has been met with skepticism. There have also been questions about how the houses will be shared out. Those in the private sector have poked holes into the government's plan and have opposed it.
Initially, we shall be doing a lottery, whereby, say, the first 20,000 houses are built. We take the income brackets which we want, we put them in that lottery, and those who are lucky, they get the first win for those houses.
We're saying we want to tax the formal sector person to go into a pool to build houses, which will then go through some lottery system to determine who gets that house. So you, the contributor, have no guarantee whatsoever that you're going to get a house. But nobody asked you whether you actually wanted that house.
Previous attempts at social housing projects, either through the government or through partnerships with other organizations, have flopped. A study by the World Bank revealed that most urban dwellers rent their houses and have neither the means or the inclination to buy or build houses, more so in the urban areas.
The CS was saying that if you contribute and by the time you retire you actually don't get a house, then you'll get your money back plus the interest earned. Now how's that going to work? Because the money you contributed has gone to building these houses.
It is expected that every employer should remit their employees' housing tax contributions on the 9th day of each month.
It is for sure going to be pushed back to the employer because the employee is saying it's government who wants me to make this contribution, so add it to my current pay so that it can go to government. It's a tax.
Myendo, NTV.